Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Killer Collab Podcast. My name is Tony Depp from Florida, Tony D. We have Chris Lato from Reaper Films.
Howdy.
To my other left, Joe Davison.
Hi.
And our special guest, James Balsamo.
Good times,
Yes.
good times.
So, how are you, sir? How's California treating you?
Amazing. I bumped into James Woods yesterday because you can't walk anywhere without bumping into a celebrity in Los Angeles. And I picked up his check at the restaurant, and that was it. We sparked a conversation, and we started talking, and who knows, we might do something down the line. Very exciting.
So you basically bought James Woods lunch.
Awesome.
You bought him lunch. That's great.
James Woods.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he had so many great stories, you know what I mean? He knows everything about the industry, and I was just in awe, you know what I mean?
And he's
Video
awesome.
Film, Cat's Eye,
I haven't heard his name in a
Casino.
while, though. Yeah.
Yeah. He was in. What was he in? Where he was the bad guy in prison. What was that movie?
Your Dream?
He's in so many true crime with,
Yeah, maybe.
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. But
what's his name? Clint Eastwood?
Clint
That
Eastwood.
guy?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that guy once or twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. How was your holidays?
Great. I filmed a Christmas special with Andy Dick and Danny Cooksey called Ravenman Slender Saves Christmas. So that was fun.
How is it to work with Mr. Andy Dick?
I made another movie with Andy called Hollywood Werewolf, where he's the werewolf, and it was real hot.
I can see
So
that.
I always like working with Andy. It's Andy Dick and the werewolf. It's like being an animal trainer. You know what I mean? You have to like be on your toes and ready for them to attack viciously at any given moment.
Speaking of,
Or they could go over and, you know, stand up on a ball like a dancing bear. You never know.
is that Andy Dick in your office right now?
I have 3 dogs because I am a maniac. So
Wow. Yeah.
I got 2 puppies at the same time, like 3 months ago, and then I have had a dog for like 4 years, and so they have their moments throughout the day. That was one of them.
Nice. Well, at least you have some entertainment.
Yeah.
At least you have entertainment throughout the day. I just got to deal with Joe every once a week.
Yeah. Every once a week. Nice.
Good times. So what are you working on now? I know I just spoke about that.
Yeah, you got a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got 7 films in production at the moment.
Shit. How do you have
The
time for
new
that?
one with Tom Arnold, it's called Toomey, the Hungry Tumor. It's got Tom Arnold in it, Fred Stoller
Nice.
from Dumb and Dumber, Ted Lang from the Lifeboats in it, Ken Davidian from Borat. It's got a great cast in that one. And that is a killer tumor made by Joe Castro, and the stop animation is done by Richard Svensson from Sweden.
Sweden. Some
Very nice.
Sweden.
Very nice.
Some
So
Sweden.
that's pretty fun. And then my film Alien Danger that I made with Bill Victor Rukin and Sefdoc Ramon just premiered at the Chinese Theater last month. And so I'm doing a sequel to that.
Oh wow.
I've got Doug Bradley, you know, a.k.a. Pinhead himself, is in that. He voices this bug monster.
Nice.
And Sergeant Slaughter's in that one, too.
Do you do your own casting directing?
What'd you say?
Do you do your own casting?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I do live casting, too. I do all sorts of casting.
Are you also a fisherman?
No, I'm curious because all these movies, like, you gotta have time for that. How do you have time to cast all these movies, direct the movies, and write the movies? And like, I don't have time to take a shit each
Right
day.
theme to it, same theme to
You
it.
know, it's a balancing act. I've been doing it for 15 years, and this is kind of like all I do on a daily basis. Like it, you guys know, right? I know, Joe, you know what it's like to do it. It's a 24-hour business.
It's
Like there's somebody that you hire to do something that's messaging you at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you have to answer them because you won't hear from them for days if you don't.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so it's like you're always on a high alert. I have terrible insomnia. I mean, I've had it my whole life. I just don't sleep. I'm one of those guys that's like a shark where they're like, yeah, they sleep, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I get about 4 hours a night.
I think that's most of us in this industry, though.
Yeah.
Except for Chris, who likes to go to bed at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 o'clock. I'm out. I'm up at 6. So yeah, but I love it. You know what I mean? So for me, it's not torture. In fact, I'm thinking of a bad movie like right now. Like I'm like, oh, a Zoom call, and then a snake comes out of nowhere. So I have distribution, so whatever it goes through Walmart, Best Buy, Barnes and Noble. So that's why I just kind of keep cranking out.
Yeah.
Movie after movie because I have the platform for it. So it's just like, and now that's in Walmart. So it's like, oh, what can I think of? So
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I really do think like you're kind of like your own entity now. You're becoming this independent, kooky director who people are falling in love with, man, and it's noticeable all over the place.
I appreciate that, Joe. And I know Joe and I did a convention years ago, and we kind of, you know.
Was that Tampa Bay Screams or was that something else? It was in Tampa.
Yeah, that was Tampa Bay Screams.
Yeah. I still had my Killer Waves T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
I still have it, man. Like, you know, and I was explaining to them that like that's how we met. You know, you were across the table from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we just started talking and sharing videos, and you know.
Which videos?
Oh well, all the ones with your mom in them. And
She's the star.
but I just enjoyed a lot just watching you blossom, man, and become this guy who I'm starting to envy, man, with your suits. You know, like you got like it's just great seeing you out there, man. It's great.
I appreciate that, Joe.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope we do get to do something because I know I reached out to you one time.
I missed my opportunity one time, man. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'll never. It's gonna be one of those things where like I don't give a fuck if I win an Oscar one day. I'm just gonna be like, I'm sorry, I missed my opportunity. I kick myself every day.
Can't say I didn't try, Joe.
I know. Exactly. I know.
But yeah, but I mean, you know, what can I say? The movies are fun. They're fun.
So give me a rundown of your daily. Like, what do you do? Like, when you get up, what's the first thing you do? I'm not talking about you. I know what you do.
I go to this restaurant in Studio City called Arts. You know, it's funny. Like, people think like Hollywood Boulevard. That's like where it's at. But like, all A-lister celebrities hang out on this block in Studio City where Arts is. It's like unbelievable. I can't tell you how many celebrities I've bumped into and I'm like, hey, you want to be in a movie? So like, it's like fishing cameos like as soon as I wake up.
I can't wait to see the fucking documentary on you, man.
But yeah, that's how it starts, and then I come back and I edit something or I post something on the internet that just promotes whatever I'm doing, and then I usually write something like, a head explodes, and then I have to like either cast somebody's head or Joe Castro or another Tom Devlin. Tom Devlin just did the effects for this movie I did called From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah,
and
nice.
That's got Charles Wright, aka Papa Shango, aka The Godfather, in it, and Kiki Dare's in that. Randy Blythe from Lamb of God is in that, and Ken Susi, the guitar player from America, is in that too. So, it depends. I reach out to like a whole bunch of different artists, and it's kind of that's filmmaking. It's like a collaboration. So it's just a day of gathering. You know what I mean? People that want to fight this good fight for cinema.
Is this where you saw yourself going? Like when you made your, let's just say, like for what was your first movie? Hack Jobs. What was that? 2011.
Yeah.
Now, did you see yourself here 10 years later?
No, I'm not one of those guys. You know what I mean? I just kind of did it, and I still people are like, "Oh, you just premiered at the Chinese theater. That's the biggest theater." You know what I mean? Like, what's next? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys. You know what I mean? It's like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make
Duff Guy Bennett, that's where I
and
see myself.
werewolf movies with Andy Dick, and wherever it takes me, that's where we go.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's a hell of a. It's just like that. I feel like you're very much on that like line of those guys from the '70s. You know what I mean? Who just like Roger Corman. He just made movies, man. He just made movies.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah,
I love Roger Corman stuff. I just actually got Jim Wynorski to do a cameo for me, and he got his start from Roger Corman. He did Chopping Mall, Stalker 2, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
I used to have a poster for Chopping Mall.
I just saw Chopping Mall again. It was on Pluto TV.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it showed
I had
like
the poster in my room. My parents like flipped out.
Yeah.
It's like a hand with a bunch of like I want to say armor now. I haven't seen it in a long time. I want to say it's like a metal hand with like knight armor, but it's like blades, and it's holding a bag. And I think there's a head in the bag.
Oh.
Blood dripping down.
Yep, that's the poster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
It was over my bed, and then I
It was over your bed?
It was at the head of my bed.
Oh, I was gonna say over your bed. We used to put like Playboys and stuff like that. Is that where you're supposed to put them?
Nah.
Why not?
I don't know. I like to hold the picture while I rape it.
Hey, Chris, you're mighty quiet over there.
Yeah, what's happening?
Just listen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen you blink once.
No, man. I thought he just put a cardboard cut
what
out.
figures you got back there? Are those we're all conversation? Yeah.
Yeah, his walls are filled.
I'm just jealous.
They're literally hanging on the walls.
Nice. I like your Sid Haig. I produced Sid Haig's last film, Hanukkah, the first Jewish slasher film. It was Dick Miller's last film also.
Oh man.
Sid was a great guy.
Wow.
Yeah, I got his autograph. That's spooky and super nice and real shame. Yeah, it's a terrible shame.
I met him. You talking about Sid Haig?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him at Spooky, which is in Orlando.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun show. I've done that show.
Yeah, and he was there, and Gunnar Hansen was there, and the guys from Ghost Hunters, Steve and Tango were there. I got to hang out with all those guys, outside. It's cool.
Did you guys ever see Mosquito with Gunnar Hansen?
No.
Oh my God, it's an amazing giant bug movie, and so of course everyone talks to him about Texas. So I had to talk to Gunnar about Mosquito, and he loved that movie. He was like, it had a giant opening in New York. He was like really proud of this like silly giant bug movie. It was incredible.
He's one of those guys I want to.
I got your story.
Like you got like I'm sure you guys have it too. Where like my goal, like I can't wait to work with like Kane Hodder. Like I'd love to work with him on set, and Bill Moseley, and damn it, I can't think of his name now. He played Ape Sapien. What the fuck is his name? Doug Jones. Jones.
Okay,
Yeah, I like those are the guys. Like and then of course, I'd also love to work with Andy Dick. I think it'd be fucking hysterical to put him in a role and have him.
How is he on set?
Andy Dick?
You said it was like a training a dog.
Yeah,
so like,
he's fun. You know what? He's brilliant. That's the truth of it, is that he knows the business so well, and he knows comedy so well that like when he's in it, it's incredible to watch. You know what I mean? Like because like you understand that you're making content, right? Like you're making a product for people to watch, and so behind the scenes, he's really involved. He's like, oh no, it'd be funnier if you grab him and you kiss him like Bugs Bunny. Like he's just like so in it when he's in it.
That's great, man.
Because I
fun, crazy dude.
Yeah, I thought it would just be like off the wall bonkers. That's what I would think he would.
I think he would be like difficult on set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you know, like contain him. It's
like a jump and be like.
It's always an event. I'll say that. But he has moments of brilliance, and that's really cool to see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, who's the one person that you would like to work with soon, and you think it would be attainable?
Oh, I don't know. Now I got James Woods in my sights now. So.
What's he? He's about 78. Is he that old?
74. He's 74.
Wow.
And he is spry. Let me tell you, man. He like shot up. He's like old school classy. You know what I mean? Like I brought him breakfast. They were like, that guy over there. And he like hopped out of his seat and he came over to the table and was like, thank you. You know what I mean? And introduced himself and he just started chatting up. Like I said, I was talking to him for like 45 minutes. It was unbelievable.
That's the takeaway right there, man. He gave his time to you.
Yeah.
He appreciated that you bought him breakfast and gave his time.
What do you have for breakfast?
Yeah, what'd you buy?
I think he had eggs or something like that. It wasn't anything crazy.
Nice.
No, like Eggs Benedict or.
See, that's the goal as a celebrity. You just like wake up and be like, I'm gonna go sit in this restaurant until somebody buys me breakfast.
That's what I do every morning. I'm still waiting for that to happen.
That's why I got married.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm broke. I'm an at-home actor, I like to call it. At-home dad or whatever. I'm an at-home actor.
Oh man.
So, I mean, with COVID, and that's my excuse now for everything.
How's COVID been with you guys back in LA?
Horrible. It was.
It's horrible. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's on their toes all day, but we're out there in the trenches doing it. Joe, you just came out, right? You did a movie that's already Damned. Is that what it's called?
Sorority of the Damned. Yeah.
Yeah, we had strict guidelines, man. Our producer, you might know Bernie. You know Bernie Stern?
Mm-mm.
He's a producer out there. You guys would get along.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude too, man. He produces. He's in New York right now shooting a horror film. But he made it. He was our head producer, and he made it so we had to have COVID tests every week, and we had to have a COVID compliance officer on set.
Yeah.
It was an extra like $40,000 for that, for all of it, because they had to have it just like constantly had to give out masks and shit like that, and gloves and sanitizer, and we were fighting with actors and crew because people didn't want to wear masks, and they did want to wear masks, and then there was the argument of like the makeup, like what do you go to makeup, get your makeup on, then put your mask on and go to set, and then what makeup comes out and sits a set and remakes up your makeup, like what so like there was a lot of like we had some official COVID person show up at random. We were at this place called RSI. You shot there? It's dude, you need to look up RSI, man, because there's 1,000,001 locations on one location. It's a giant it's huge, dude. There's a hospital, there's a couple warehouses, there's like an old police station, there's a giant carousel.
Oh,
and it's all
here, man.
It's I don't know, man. We shot 6 days there. We used the same house that American Horror Story uses our sorority house.
Oh, cool.
And
I know where that is. That's rad.
It's right there on that site, RSI, wherever that is.
Chris, you know how expensive that would be if we did that here?
It will never happen in Florida because there's the infrastructure's not here for it to happen. LA's got 100
that would be great, right?
Infrastructure.
To have those difficult locations all in one spot.
Yeah.
Just
Dude,
burn
they
them
got a
out.
full 3-story hospital there, James. If you need a hospital.
That's awesome.
And they're cheap. They're not.
Riverfront Stages, that's what it's called?
RSI, I don't know. That's all I know is RSI.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder what cheap is.
I don't think we paid. I mean, I think we paid, what seemed a fair price.
Yeah.
Because we were there for, I think, 8 days.
Yeah.
And, we built a whole set in the place. They let us build a set.
Oh, yeah.
And shoot all around the location.
Yes, I'll check that place out.
Yeah, man.
So it's like a backlot type of deal?
It's like a huge, but it was like a small community, I guess, that got shut down. I don't know what it was, but there's a hospital, and in one warehouse there's like a giant. There's like all these walk-in freezers that you can walk, like they all connect. So you have like all these weird square rooms, plastic hanging up in them and shit. And then there's like a full industrial sized kitchen. We shot in there. We did like a chase scene through there. Bunch of offices, and then there's a 3-story hospital. Then there's like a psychiatric unit. There's so much shit there.
I want a room with padded walls. That'd be fun.
They shot a lot of stuff there. They shoot stuff there all the time. When we were there also was 2 shows shooting for CBS. One was some show with a bunch of kids in jail or something. I don't know what that was, but there was a bus. 2 buses pulled up with like 50 extras, all in jumpsuits, like outside of where we were shooting. And then Chicago Fire shoots there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's great, man. Check it out.
Is that the one with Dennis Leary?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know what that is. I know what you're talking about though.
But he was a fire.
Right.
I thought that was
not the
Chicago
same
Fire.
thing.
No. I don't watch too much TV.
I don't know. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
James, check it out. You're gonna love it.
All right, cool. Yeah. As I said, it looks great. Thanks.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
one of
think they're too expensive, man. Like you could probably
Yeah.
get there for like a couple days and shoot them at the hospital or some shit, you know?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
As filmmakers, that locations is one of the very hard things to do, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever get your locker room for your movie coming out?
Yes, I own a locker room. It only took 4 months, but I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 4.
And you only have how many naked girls in there?
5.
You have 5 naked girls in there, and okay, when are you shooting that? Precisely the date, time, and
February
location.
5th.
I have the schedule. Hold on.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Joe's just gonna show up randomly on set.
February 5th.
I'll probably have my fucking baby with me though.
I mean.
Be like, Daddy duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird now. I take it to a weird place.
That was weird.
All right.
That was very
Yeah,
weird.
well, I'll see you guys later then.
Yeah.
Just call the police. What?
See what I have to deal with all the time? You see this, James?
It's tough, man. It's tough being, well, James knows is good looking and funny. It's tough being those 2 things, man.
Just keep the compliments coming. I'll stay.
It's tough to be that way.
You keep stroking his ego and stroking something.
Well,
I've been stroking.
yeah.
Dun 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 dun. But yeah, I always wanted to work with like Dennis Leary. Dennis Leary just seems like he'd be a blast to be on set with.
I heard he's an asshole.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Boy's
makes
from
sense.
Boston, isn't it?
Yeah. What? Okay, so I was looking, James. You have like, not only do you have 1 like Alien Danger, but you're working on like a 3rd Alien Danger.
Yeah, we're shooting that in May.
Yeah, like how is my brain is like just baffled at how fast you're turning out content. Do you have like 1 million people working for you?
I have a few. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great, man.
How do you budget for stuff like that
Right,
when you're
right.
doing multiple
How are
projects?
you even? Oh, yeah. How are you? Yeah. How'd you have time for this? That's what I'm worried. Like.
So I shot the first Alien Danger in 2 weeks, and then we shot the second one like 4 months after that in another 2 weeks. And then I think we've got the schedule for the 3rd one for a week, and then we're doing a Halloween special, just like they did the Christmas special. So we'll be doing a few holiday Raven Van Slender saves Halloween spin-offs kind of thing. So
I love it, man. I love it. Do you know Joel, right? Winecoop?
yeah, I do.
Yeah. Have you used him in any of your stuff? Because I feel like that's a pairing that would just be like magic.
I haven't. I used Tim Ritter though. Tim's
yeah.
been in a few of my films. I think he's in my second film, I Score Your Guts. So I know Tim a long time, and he's great to work with because I love Killing Spree and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A bunch of other Truth or Dare and stuff like that. So, but Joel's a nice guy. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'll reach out to him. Appreciate that.
He
Have you had Joel in one of your films?
he's on. I have a show on YouTube called South of Central. It's about a washed up child actor who kind of just hates everything now in life and just still gets shit on. He plays that character's father,
Okay, cool.
who's a shady bastard who took all his money when he was like 16. So like,
Right.
yeah. So Joel's character is like this rich asshole who basically left his son to die after his son made millions of dollars in Hollywood.
Mm.
It's great. It's really funny. I just let him go. I just got on set and he started talking. I was like, he's
That's
not,
what
he's
we do
not
with
even on,
Joel.
yeah. I was like, he's not even on script anymore.
Relax.
Like, whatever. Yeah.
I don't even know if he knows how to remember lines. He just goes.
Yeah. I don't know. He started screaming and yelling. And
That's the best. Who needs written dialogue? Go.
yeah.
Just go.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Right. Yeah.
Funny story with Joel. I had him in my movie Rough Cut, and him and Bob Glazier were bums. And one of the guys paid him money to fight, and whoever won the fight would get the money. So we had this bum fight in Ybor City, and after we finished, we were on the sidewalk looking at the footage, and some lady walked by, and she started yelling at us, "You should be ashamed of yourself." She thought we were like staging bum fights and videoing them.
That's great.
So then Joel and Bob went into this restaurant to go to the bathroom, and they threw them out because they thought they were homeless people. It was freaking hilarious.
That's great.
What's the craziest thing that's happened to you on set? Probably a lot. I imagine there's a lot that happened.
What did you say?
What's the craziest thing that you've had happen?
On set?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or outside of set. Anywhere. What's the craziest thing?
No, not, you know what I mean? It's all a facade. It's all, it's been pretty easy. Like, actors come in, they do their bit, I give them money, and they leave. It's Hollywood. Like, you know what I mean? I'm grateful that I don't have any horror stories over the years. So.
That's pretty cool. That, I don't know. I can't imagine all the movies you've done. That's just crazy.
Who does your poster art?
Which, yeah.
Jeff Sorno does a lot of it. I use like several different artists. But Jeff Sorno, he does the Godzilla comic books for IDW. And I also use Slasher Dave, Flyface, Alex Pyromalis, he's from Greece. Bob East does a lot of my titles. So there's, a whole bunch of different artists that I work with.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
Interesting.
oh man, Chris, you've been pretty quiet,
Yeah, what's happening, bro?
but he's just listening and
because you're at
vibing.
home and you're sitting
I feel out of my element because I'm not like there with you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel weird.
you feel weird. You don't feel like you're like a part of the
I feel
conversation.
like an outsider. I feel like I'm not part of the show.
You feel like you're
I'm
just
just kind of like a stalker, like listening to everything.
you're right in the center. You're right in center screen. Like how do you feel that you're not part? You're literally
I don't know.
center
It's just
screen.
weird. It's different. I'm learning how the other half lives now.
The other half.
Like all the
Step
people
home.
that we have on the room.
Yeah.
So
I think
I don't like it.
you don't like it.
I
Yeah,
like being in the face, like where everything's happening.
yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
can't believe all the deaths that have been happening
Yes.
in the celebrity world. Betty White,
Yeah, I know it's
Sidney
crazy, man.
Poitier, now Bob Saget over here in Orlando.
Yeah.
Just crazy, man.
Um,
And it's just like, yeah, it's just like the first 2 weeks of the year.
I know. Like everybody dropped dead.
I read a thing this morning. She died. Betty White died because she had a stroke.
yeah.
Yeah, we should have stayed like 6 days prior.
At least it wasn't.
She struck it.
That's all we do here.
Like I said, at least it wasn't COVID. At least they got through COVID.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
So like Sidney Poitier was actually one of my favorites. He was just amazing actor.
Yeah.
Amazing actor.
Yeah.
Betty White is probably one of the funniest souls I ever seen ever in
I
my
don't
life.
ever post about celebrity deaths ever. I don't because I don't really. I'm not friends with those people. I don't know them. You know what I mean? Like, why would I post anything? About death of somebody I don't understand. It's sad. Some of it. But
Yeah.
Betty White, that hit me pretty hard, man. I
Yeah.
posted. I knew it was coming though. But
Well,
I've
shit,
been.
99 years old.
Well, I've been a big fan of hers for years.
Like, when you're 99 years old, death is knocking on your door daily. Like,
Well, of course.
come on, and you're just like
Yeah.
trying to ignore it as long as you can.
Yeah.
It's still sad, man.
It's so, and what's worse is 17 days before her 100th birthday party.
I know.
Like, that's what sucked. You know,
Yeah.
she lived all this time, and they had this big celebration planned for her, and she dies.
Yeah, but like you said, she lived all this time. I mean, 99, that's
a long life. That's a long, good life.
Fantastic. I hope I get to 59.
So you hope to get Chris's age?
Yeah, at least.
I know, right?
I mean, that gives me a good 13 years from now. What
You
can,
don't want to
what can I? Aw,
no, Papa.
look at that little.
I just agree there.
Like, what am I doing up here? What am I doing? What am I doing up here? But Bob Saget, I always wanted to be on set with him. Just wanted to, like, can you imagine, like, him being on set at Full House and then having, like, right on set, like, when the camera's off, having such a potty mouth that he was just, like, he was the number one typical dad, and then he just wanted to be like, this motherfucker, like out of nowhere after that.
Kind of like Bill Cosby.
Pretty dirty work, too, right? I mean,
Norman Palm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we're never gonna see a sequel to that because after Norm
man,
and
it's
then
only been 20 years, so.
well, look
I
at
know. They
look
just
at
remade-
Matrix.
They just remade Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That sounds like a fucking dumpster fire.
Actually, did you see the trailer for it? It actually looks really good.
Shut up. No, it did not.
No, I'm serious. Like, I thought it looked really good.
No,
I mean-
oh my God.
For a different take on the whole thing. It
Yeah.
looks more like a drama than anything.
Is it a bunch
Yeah.
of white dudes this time?
I know, right?
do the Carlton.
Yeah.
Joe will do it.
Are they gonna do? I wonder what else they're gonna remake.
Everything.
Horrible.
Everything.
Horrible.
I want them to remake Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but use Carlton from when he's in Ticks, and then he turns into that giant tick.
Yeah.
He's just facing Will Smith as a giant tick.
The rest of 8 seasons.
Yeah, that's the movie.
Different locations of
running
running
back and forth.
on a green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
That wasn't the Earth, tick.
Yeah.
I'm just,
That's kind of happening now. He has his own show on Discovery. He's
Yeah.
going around.
That was
Like,
called.
it's Will.
Is that what
It's a
called?
show about the planet, but it's called Will.
mm,
Yeah,
I mean,
he's bigger than the planet.
well, yeah.
Right.
You know, he's getting up there where the Rock is.
I don't think you can get into any country and him not being recognizable.
yeah, and then he teaches the planet how to play tennis. And he's like, see what I did there?
What about like Uzbekistan? He's probably not. Nobody probably knows who he is. There.
You don't know.
Yeah.
There's Netflix everywhere.
Now there is. They just signed a big worldwide deal.
Yeah.
They were having trouble before. You probably. I don't know how close you guys follow that kind of shit, but I do very closely because it all involves distribution. But Netflix was having problems getting properties worldwide because a lot of these guys who make a movie sell off their foreign rights because they make money quicker that way. Like
Yeah.
a horror director, we sell our German rights usually first because Germany's always up to buy a horror film, right? So now you don't have your German market. But Netflix didn't want that. They wanted products now where they could. Now they're able to do worldwide. So they now they can acquire IPs that are totally open and have worldwide rights. Worldwide rights.
Worldwide wipes.
Worldwide wipes. Oh, worldwide wipes.
Really rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
boy.
anyways, in case you guys need to know that, Netflix is now taking products or looking at products that are absolutely 100% worldwide. So if you don't have any of your any of your material, any part of your movie sold to any foreign distributor, they are now accepting open products. So that goes out to everybody listening.
Definitely good to know.
Yeah.
But unless you have a VPN, that really doesn't. You can't watch because there's on different Netflix versions. There's different movies that you can watch on different countries.
Yeah.
Because every country has different rights to different movies. So
Right. Well, that's why they want worldwide rights.
say it again.
Worldwide rights.
Worldwide wipes.
I'm gonna go with take 3.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anyways, that goes out to even all the listeners out there who make movies.
How'd you guys meet? What's the story there? Your bridge version of Clerks.
They had me in as a guest, and I didn't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to put grass out for like 6 months.
Yeah.
We sprayed and everything. He just keeps coming back.
I was like,
Look, you don't understand how this works. We have you on the show, and you don't come back.
I was like, no way, my interview's only 15 minutes.
It was an hour.
And then I play into the joke. Play into the joke, man.
Do you do that?
Listen, your improv class hasn't started yet, but I can't wait till you fucking learn.
No, but then I met Chris through a movie. I don't know, like how long ago was that? That was.
What was that website? It was like buttstuff.com.
3 or 4 years ago. Well, we worked on Dead Residents, right? That was the first one we did.
Yes, that was.
And then we were on Making Cannibal Campers.
Yep. And then we did
a little bit on Zoe Dead.
Yep. So
I was not a part of any of those because I don't get invited to the parties. But if I do, never mind. I can't continue this.
He likes to be the play toy. He likes to be enjoyed.
I'm the middle cuddle.
We know. Oh man. So we just met. It was random. It was all random.
9 was it? You called.
I think we put a casting call up, and you responded to it. And we were like, "Hey, Tony's kind of cool. Let's have him like
this is certainly
on the
not
crew."
the bridge version.
We found another situation where we were like kept making movies, and Tony just kept showing up.
Yeah. Well, couldn't get rid of me either. They tried, failed.
But they couldn't get their actresses to stay. No, you have another scene tomorrow. Where are you going? Come back. Is she leaving for good? Ugh.
Well, these actresses are so unreliable nowadays.
Oh, it's horrible, man.
Actors too.
It's horrible.
Well, in the low budget world, I don't know about your experience, James. Have you had people fall out last minute?
Yeah, so I'll tell you. I was living in New York, and a buddy of mine from film school was living in California, and I was like, oh, I really want to go to California. That's Hollywood, right? So can I crash on your couch for 2 weeks and make a slasher film? And he was like, yeah. So I casted a whole movie from New York with complete strangers, and by the 3rd day, they were like, okay, we're leaving. We're done. And so I had to make a whole movie around like 3 days of these like flaky LA actresses.
Oh my god!
And that's Killer Waves. Like it took me like 6 months to finish it because I just had to piece together like all this crazy stuff and like green screen some of them with the killer in frame. Like I had to like freeze frame like a moment and then like green screening murder weapon. It was crazy. But yeah, so like actresses and actors are terrible. Like Hitchcock said they're dogs. You know what I mean? But
he definitely treated them like them.
You know, like it depends because some are great and they know that it's a business, and then some are pretending. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I'm an actor, but they don't have a desire to put in the work. They just want the credit. Because when the movie came out, Walmart and Best Buy, you better believe they all came running back and were like, oh, can we do another movie? Like, you know what I mean? I didn't realize when you said you had already made like 15 movies
that you were
and this was going to Walmart, that it was actually going to Walmart.
Yeah.
So some actors are, they're like, you know, oh, I want to be an actor, and then they're like, oh, wait a minute, I have to actually like go to set and like.
This is a job. I thought it was a selfie machine where I just take a picture with a camera and I'm like, look, I'm an actor.
Yeah, I'm on set.
Like, yeah, exactly.
We had a girl for our first shoot. Everybody's showing up. We're waiting. Freaking lead girl never shows up. Never called. Nothing. No call. No show. So we're all standing around like, are you kidding me? Like, what is going to happen now? So we literally found another girl to replace her in like 2 hours. I'd sent her the script. She was reading it on her way to the shoot. And she actually ended up being pretty good. And it kind of worked out for the better, I think. But
it always does. It always works out for the better. I mean, in my first film, I had an actor not show up, but I needed to get it done for a festival, so I replaced him with a sock puppet. And so the scene was 2 sock puppets because the actor never showed up. And that's out, you know what I mean? In Walmart in my first scene just because he never showed. So you got to do whatever you got to do as a filmmaker. You just got to be creative and be prepared for plan B through X.
Now, as an actor,
that's what the director's job is. I mean, if everything went perfect, we pretty much are needed. I mean, so problem solvers.
the flip side of that.
Really,
because as an actor, when I went out to LA for my first movie, which was a short film, I showed up. My friend, they flew me out. I get there, they're on lunch. The cast and crew are kind of all sitting around a table, eating and stuff. And I come in, and the producer introduces me to like the director, and I'm kind of talking to them for a minute. And I walk around the corner where everybody's sitting, and I was like, "What's up, guys?" They all just stopped and looked at me. Not one of them introduced themselves. Not one of them said hello.
Yeah.
They fucking thought I was a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Right?
You're a dog.
This is the fucking, this is like the lead actors who I'm about to do scenes with and shit. So then we get into the moment we're standing on set and we're about to do the scene. And the director comes up to me, and this is a flashback scene now, right? So he's like, okay, I want you to visualize that you are in the past, but you're now being viewed in the future as yourself. And I was just like, okay. And I was just like, who talks like that? Who talks like that as a director?
Yep.
Because I would never say anything like that to any of my actors, like that, ever.
Yeah, you get it from all ends. I love that story.
It's ridiculous, you know.
Well,
But then I also have it from the director's side, where it's like, yeah, they fucking didn't even show up to set, or they got a hair. They've been in the movie 5 days. They got 2 days left. They go and get a fucking haircut. Why? Yeah. Why would you do that? Well, I thought I could because I had the day off. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had a guy. He had a beard like the whole movie, and we had 2 shoots left, and he shaved.
Yeah.
And he showed up the set clean shave. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why did you do that? So we had to like put mascara on his face, and like it was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. I was so mad at him.
That's funny.
Yeah,
He's a black guy, so the mascara kind of works, but it was so cool.
It's a beautiful nightmare.
Yeah, it is. It's a love. It is the epitome of a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
I love every second of it, and I also hate every second of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, how it goes.
That's our industry. That's our industry.
Yeah, but
What are you gonna do?
Work at McDonald's.
And it's so addicting. Like when you finish one, you're like, oh God, I need to make another one and be tortured. I can't wait.
And when you're in the middle of it, you're like, I'm never making a movie ever again.
Yep.
And then when you finish, you're like, let's do another one.
Yeah.
It is a sickness.
Yeah,
for sure.
my wife calls it a PMS for me because if I don't work on a project like every 6 months, she's like, you get fucking cranky. I was like, I'm sorry.
We're all masochists.
Yeah, she's like, you need to
That's
find
true.
find more money, or you need to become a better actor because you either make a gig or get a gig. She's
Yeah.
like, so become a better actor.
Yeah. Well.
I was like, thanks, man.
Yeah.
She's like, now get out. Leave the money on the table.
She just wants you out of the house.
That's true. I know. That's why.
Like, get out.
Yeah.
Go do something. Go make some money and give it to me. Is that how a marriage works? No? I don't know. Who's married here? I'm not married.
No, I have.
That was your fault.
Was it? I don't know. I blame a lot of her. You know?
I think it's 90% your fault.
50 at that. Not 90. I didn't. She carried it for 9 months. At some point, she could have been like, I don't want to carry this anymore.
There's stairs everywhere.
Right, I know, man. Tell me about it. She pushes me down them all the time. She's like, this is how we lose our children. I was like, I don't think this is it.
That's brutal. Brutal. So what in current society has been plaguing you now, James? What has been like going, unless you're making movies, what goes through your mind other than that? Like, what do you deal with outside of movies? Like, what's your hobbies? What else do you like to do?
No.
Nothing?
You don't have a hobby. It's a hobby.
I put all of my hobbies into my work. Like, I play music, and so I do soundtrack stuff. I sculpt.
Nice.
Sculpt stuff for them. So there's like any passion I had has now been thrown into the workload. So it's like the pet projects just become something else for fuel for the movie beast. You know what I mean? So that's all there is.
That's all I want to do, man. Make movies. That's all I want to do.
Exactly.
And then you got to raise money. How you clearly have a pattern. So are you self-sustaining at this point, or are you still like making decks and going out and finding funding and trying to get all that side of it as well? So not only are you writing and producing, but now you're pitching and funding and
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, it's
Simply put, folks,
it's a hustle that never stops.
Yeah.
Ever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like jumping from one burning ship to another burning ship.
Yeah, that's sinking slower. Eventually,
Yeah.
you'll make it to a ship that's not on fire and that floats.
Yeah, you're like, look, I built this ship, and then as soon as you get somebody else on it, it explodes. And then they're like, oh my god! And you're like, don't worry, I've got 12 of these.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gotta go, bye! I'm building another ship.
Yeah. This one's better than that one. I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you make the Titanic over and over and over.
Right.
It'll never sink.
Right.
It'll never sink.
Right. If I make enough of them fast enough, I'll just never die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's
I'll always be on top of the water.
Yeah.
Not below it.
Like lily pads,
All right.
basically.
Okay.
Mhm.
Every burning ship is a lily pad.
Pretty much. I mean, they're all going to go
You're
down.
croaking. Thanks.
Are your movies on streaming anywhere? Or do you have a bunch of them?
They're
So I just signed a new contract with my distributor for like Redbox and Amazon Prime and all that stuff. But I have to physically send them a hard drive, so it's just my lack of time that has prevented me from being on those platforms. But they will be on there. So it's just a matter of drive.
Speaking of, I'd like to take a moment away from our guest just for a minute. Sorry, sir. But it's about Redbox. I just got a text message
About his box.
that a movie I directed called Mr. Engagement. I don't know if you can see it. I can't see the camera.
Kind of ish. I can't see that. Now it's blurry.
You're blurry.
Blurry. like
Anyways,
your face.
a romantic comedy I directed called Mr. Engagement is on Redbox as of today.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice segue.
Thank you. Yeah, you set it up.
Yeah, I did. You're welcome.
Is that Redbox streaming or in the box?
Streaming. VOD.
Nice.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That was a fun little
Congrats.
project. You know?
How long was that? How long ago was that?
Not too long ago. I don't know, 5 years maybe. It took a while to get edited, so let's say you shot it, took a year. We had some pickups we had to do. So, yeah, about 5 years. I mean, it seems like a long time, but that's all right. It's out. Who cares?
It's amazing. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. It's got Joel Wynkoop in it.
Nice.
He plays the boss. It's the first time he wasn't loud or screaming or kicking something.
Is that what the boss is supposed to do?
Yeah, you know, and that was a lot of like, Joel, settle down. Let's bring it in, buddy. You're just at a desk, bro. There's the guy's just coming in to say, hey, can I just throw a chair at him? No. No.
Are you supposed to let Joel do what he does?
Yeah, well, sometimes, I mean, you got to
Yeah,
continue.
you're them in sometimes.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, my goal is to like make $1 million. You know, well, I already did that. So my new goal is to make a bigger movie.
Yeah.
And put Joel in it, where he's
Yeah.
got like a substantial role.
He did an opening to this show. He
You
did an opening to the Killer Collab podcast.
He did?
Yeah, he did. Well, he was a guest, and he was also.
He didn't go away either.
Well, we did an episode at Tampa Bay Screams, and he opened that show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this year, so that was fun.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't seen Joel in a while. How's he doing?
I don't know.
Did anyone talk to him?
I don't.
I was saying,
Yeah, James.
I think they spent
Now it's since that Florida show.
Okay.
So where are most of your props and creatures? Are they?
My garage.
Are they?
Back to the 9, yeah. And I got the monster from It Once Blood on my wall over here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That's big.
I saw that in all your Facebook and Instagram posts. I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah, it's a fun monster.
Is that the one with Eric Roberts?
Yeah, Eric Roberts, Ray.
Yeah, how was he?
Hallmark Best Buy.
He's like supposed to be the nicest dude on the planet.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, super. He like talks really soft, apparently. And
If you ever look at Eric Roberts, he does that after like every single take.
oh, really?
Every take.
I didn't know that.
The other thing he says every like third take is, I think that was my best performance. I don't want to jinx it, but I think that one was the best. Every third.
Does that mean he's done now? Move on.
Yeah, we filmed it for 4 days for It Once Blood. Every day was the same.
Yeah.
I think that one was my best. Yeah.
You're not gonna get.
Yeah, and I heard that yesterday and the day before. I agree. You're nailing it.
Yeah.
What was the most amount of takes that you ever had with an actor?
Oh my god.
I work like Roger Corman. I'm like, okay, 1 take, 2 takes, we got it. Moving on. You know what I mean? Whether it's good or bad, it's in the can. We got movies to make. Let's go.
Yeah, and people are gonna love it or hate it. Either way,
Yeah.
you could have the best performance, and people are gonna hate it.
Yeah, and I know the talent that I'm working with.
Yeah.
They don't have it on the first take, it ain't getting better.
Wow.
It's only downhill from here, you know what I mean? Takes 3, they're like exhausted. We're like, dialogue. You're like, yeah, we got it. Moving on.
Do you think the key is to have less dialogue heavy like movies?
I mean, yeah. Film is a visual medium, right? So, like, who really cares about dialogue? You get some rubber monsters and naked girls. You got a movie. That's that's how we're doing it for 15 years. So.
I think that's Chris's ideal motion too. Is just do naked girls and blood.
Well, our theory is you gotta have a nude scene or a kill every 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's the Friday the 13th formula. Yeah, it works. You know what I mean? If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been working
It works.
all this time. You know what I mean? There's definitely a market for it. I mean, I toured the country for 7 years selling my movies that way, you know? Hey, you want to see a movie? It's got a celebrity you've heard of from the 80s, naked girls, and rubber monsters. And they're like, take my money.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah, let me see them titties.
Titties.
Yeah.
Love me some titties.
You say it like you don't, though. The way you said that was like, cover up.
Is this our first conversation ever?
I don't know.
I think
Is
we've
it?
literally talked about boobs like every.
High a lot.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Anyway, well, that's every day too.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Dude, I got lost coming here. I've been here fucking 20 times. I texted him 45 minutes early saying I was going to be 15 minutes late. I thought it was noon. It was only 11. It was only 10.
That's how high he was today.
Well, dude, I've been up since like 4 with my baby, and then I had to get my daughters ready for school, which is like a whole nother battle. It's a whole nother nightmare getting girls ready in the morning.
Yeah.
Crazy. One doesn't look good. She's wearing her pants. She can't wear her shirt. Well, she always wears my shirt. She always wears my stuff. Get out of our room. Slam the door. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All day. And then I finally get them in the car,
That was terrible.
and then get them to school.
Yeah. I think that was like what
And I
made
went
me
home,
not want to have
smoked
kids
a
now.
Joint, and then I thought I was late for the show.
We're here, we're doing it. You crushing it.
Fatherhood.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's your daddy? Wait, nope.
Different kind of movie.
Now my kids are older. I look at people with little kids and I'm like,
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, and I just had a newborn, so what the fuck are we doing?
James, do you have kids?
I have a stepdaughter.
Okay. How's that working out for you?
How old is she?
She is 14.
Oh,
wow.
Oh,
My
God.
oldest is 15.
How old was when you guys when she became your stepdaughter? How old was she?
11. So 11 and 14.
Oh, so you got off easy.
Does she love your movies? Is she allowed to watch them?
Yeah, she's in there once, but she loves Troll 2. I got her into Troll 2.
yeah.
Movie, so.
That's almost like a brainwashing system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You like have to really convince someone to like that movie.
Yeah.
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 Collab podcast.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing. It's super fun. Appreciate it, guys. I'm sorry I got to run.
No.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Absolutely. Perfect timing.
Good luck with everything, man. Look forward to seeing more.
Thank you.
Do something soon.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure.
Again, I'm sorry. I'll never let it down. I'll never let it down.
Chris Lato, Reaper Films, Tony D, Tone Deaf from Florida, and Joe Davison. Thank you so much.
This show is sponsored by Walters Worldwide Wipes.